Now, one of the things that we can safely see in the markets is that obviously the S&P 500 has performed year to date much better than of course, the JSE top 40 has been performing. But the good thing is that in recent days we have been seeing shares listed in the Johannesburg Stock Exchange improving, and this was as a result of load shedding not happening in the past 4 months, and also the new government, that is the government of national unity, which has been formed. And as a result of this, we are seeing the markets reacting positively, which is something that, of course, it is pretty exciting to see. I mean, investors, they've been flocking in their money like crazy after the elections, which is something that is positive, which is why some of the share price or stock price that you are seeing surging in the markets, chances are they might not come down either forever or anytime soon, because apparently foreign investors or international companies have been bringing tons and tons of money into South Africa. I mean, just recently the flows or in local bonds increased by over 12 billion rands, bringing the total year-to-date inflows of local or of investors bringing in money and purchasing our local bonds to around 22 billion rand, which exceeds the 16.5 billion that we received, or that local bonds received the whole of last year. So this shows you the positive news, the positive things that is pushing the SA markets to be on a surge or to recover. I mean, same goes to stocks. Apparently foreign investors have been pumping billions and billions into the stock market or buying our local stocks, which that is why you are seeing some of the stocks just on the rise, some of the stocks surging. It is because of this reason, and this is as a result of the elections and also 4 months without load shedding. These are the main contributors of foreign investors coming and putting a lot of their money into our economy, markets, stocks, shares, which is something that, of course, as investors, retail investors, we are very excited, because like I said, my portfolio it's green. My ZA portfolio, it's entirely green, and it's because of good news like this why we are seeing most of the stocks doing well. And it appears that the second half of this year the JSE might outperform the obviously S&P 500. Yes, year to date the S&P 500 has outperformed the JSE top 40, but it appears that in the last these 6 months we could easily see the top 40 outpacing or outperforming the S&P 500, which simply means that we are to prioritize more local shares than, of course, international stocks this period, because apparently this good news that we are seeing investors flocking in money is the one that makes the markets, our shares, the top 40 indexes like the top 40, to surge in terms of the share price, which is something that is pretty exciting. With the S&P 500, you will know that it's tracking the top 500 companies in the US, whilst the JSE top 40, it is tracking the top 40 companies in the Johannesburg Stock Exchange or locally in South Africa. And of course, yes, it's not really that fair to compare these two, because whilst the S&P 500 is tracking the top 500 companies in the US, JSE top 40 is only tracking the top 40 companies locally. But in terms of performance, I think this article that I was reading about this news was more about the performance, to say that though yes, the JSE top 40 is tracking 40 best companies or top companies in South Africa, but in terms of performance we could see it do much better, because investors have been positive. I mean, the kind of inflows and the kind of money that we saw foreign investors bringing into the country in the next maybe 2 to 3 months, chances are we might have seen a double in terms of the money inflows we received last year for the full year 2023 as compared to the 2024 year. So I'm happy. The markets looks positive. The JSE stocks looks bullish, which is something that as to investors, this makes us to be really excited. I know there are some of the stocks that are struggling, not recovering that much, but most stocks in the JSE are doing pretty good, pretty decent, especially after the elections. You will know that we saw quite a huge rally, which some stocks like Shoprite have still maintained that rally. They are not losing the market cap, or the share price is not dropping, which is something that shows you that as these investors continue bringing money, then companies will continue reaching all-time highs which is something that we want to see, something that of course we've been waiting for, and those that are investing into the JSE stocks will definitely be rewarded because of this. Otherwise, I'm happy and I look forward to the 6 months ending in December, because it looks like this second half is going to bring in some good news, and the share price or stock price for the company, some of the companies we follow or own, are going to continue improving, bringing a smile to those that are owning those companies or shares. Personally, in the past, I think 2 months, I've been prioritizing buying local stocks over international US stocks, and I'm still going to do that. I think Monday, when the market open, I'm going to execute, buy or increase holdings on my existing stocks, so that at least when we see more gains, I know at least I'm seeing also more gains, or I'm going to profit more because I have injected money into the stocks which I own. Otherwise, that's all from me. Do your own DD before you buy any stock, because this thing of just buying stocks because you see other people buying, it might cause you troubles, or it might make you to panic sell or make harsh decisions, which is not good to retail investors. You need to also do your own DD. If you don't understand something, you need to obviously try to research or ask those that have been buying shares or investing in the stock market for quite some time. This will make you win. This will make you a better retail investor. Otherwise, that's all from me. I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.